You know, we've been talking about what's going on in North Korea. Well, crisis averted. Secretary of State John Kerry finally in South Korea to take care of stuff. He's there right now. In fact, he's got a press availability. That is a live picture from South Korea. He's there today. Then he's going to go to China on Saturday and Japan on Sunday. He's going to tell China, do something about North Korea, would you? Meanwhile, there in South Korea and in Japan, he's going to assure both countries, we've got your back, even though that crazy guy has got his finger on a nuke.
I don't think it's really a good move for both Seoul yesterday and then the president yesterday as well, essentially asking North Korea to ratchet it down.
Yeah.
And nobody wants a war in the Korean Peninsula, but we worry about the next time this happens. Are you reinforcing this crazy behavior that has really brought the South Korean economy to its knees because everyone doesn't know if a war is going to break out? It's affecting all of Asia. If he knows he can have this type of power, what about the next time?
So what is the answer? See, that's the problem. What is
Stay strong.
What is the answer with, well, the president yesterday told him that this belligerent approach was not going to work. He sent John Kerry over there. I don't know if anyone knows what to do, but I do know that yesterday was it classified information that was released during a hearing? Or was it unclassified? It appeared that the Joint Chief of Staffs, General Martin Dempsey, did not know what Congressman Doug Lamborn was talking about when he said this.
Quoting from the unclassified portion, which I believe has not yet been made public, they say, quote, DIA assesses with moderate confidence the North currently has nuclear weapons capable of delivery by ballistic missiles. However, the reliability will be low.
Okay, and Martin Dempsey then said, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I have not read that report. So where do you stand on that this morning? This is the Joint Chief of Staff. Was he bluffing because he's realizing, oh, my goodness, they just released classified information? Keep in mind, we don't know. That's the first time it's ever been said that, hey, for sure, North Korea has nuclear warheads.
Well, I'll say this. I'd like to see the answer. I'd like to see Dempsey answer because I hope he was coy enough to answer and say, I haven't seen that. That's a great answer if he just, in fact, read the classified portion of his report and got it confused.
And apparently it was the unclassified portion. It had been unclassified. And before that congressman read it in open court, what he did was they called up the DIA and said, it is accurate, right? They said yes. It is unclassified, right? They said yes. So he went ahead and did it. But the headline is, whether or not it's unclassified, is that North Korea now has figured a way to take their nuclear technology and make it so small they can actually put a warhead on the top of a ballistic missile. And that is the headline. That's the scary thing.
And the other thing is we don't know the range of these missiles. So now we know that they have the nuclear capability for them. But
some go 2,000 miles.
We don't know the range, but we don't completely. If we didn't know this until yesterday, or at least the general public didn't know it, then do we really know the range of these missiles? Because the whole storyline has been, oh, it can't reach the U.S. territory of Guam. You know, oh, it can't really reach the United States of America. Do we really know?
Well, if you have a missile defense system on Guam, I sense that you think a missile could come. I also think that if you put them in Alaska, you have a sense that it could hit the homeland.
Sure.
The question is, would it ever get off in the air, period, because we do have ships in that area, anti-missile ships in that area, theoretically could knock it down. My question is this, is that if the South Korean government, who's supposed to be so tough, says, let's talk, and we go that direction, and knowing how the progress they're making on the missile technology over the last 5 years, and we're supposedly looking at them, then what's it going to be like 2 years from now, 5 years from now? They're going to have more missiles. They're going to have more further along in their nuclear program, which we know they have a plutonium program and a uranium program. What are we waiting for?
Well, the most important meeting will be John Kerry with China, because China can end this tomorrow if they want to. So that will be the most important. Well,
that's the problem.
They have a myriad of reasons to hold out, called the U.S. economy and the debt. But John Kerry, that will be the most important thing that will happen in this entire mess moving forward. I mean, do we have a resolution with this coming next week? Remember, Monday's the anniversary of the original dictator there, his grandfather.
So something's going to happen between now and Sunday night. And the scary part is they got the little nuke, and it's not reliable. So they might shoot it that way. Next thing you know, it goes that way.
And finally, just a last point on this. I hear the Chinese government is divided. They are not even on the same page. The military and this new president aren't even on the same page, with others that are getting aggravated about this stabilization, and others are kind of intrigued by it.
All right.